What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. You see the thumbnail, subscriber died trying. Pandemic, domestic violence. Shout out to Professor Dr. Tierson Johnson. He always puts up, these stories of what winds up happening. Or he talks about these, the domestic partner violence, where things are happening to men and we don't cover them. And for some of you who don't know, like almost 2 years ago, my younger cousin got killed in one of these type of situations. And not one of my friends recently, I want to say cousin, she just got killed in one of these type of situations. My young cousin's a guy, her young cousin's a girl. And the doctor puts up these stories about all of these cases of, predominantly men getting stabbed, getting shot, getting beaten, or somebody called to get them jumped, or this, that, and the third. And the different responses of society to these guys getting murdered, and also the different response of the first responders. Sometimes the 911 callers have an attitude. Sometimes the police are like, "Oh, it's a man. Take your time." By the time they're there, he's bleeding out. He's dead. And then the girl gets to play the acting role. "Oh, I don't know what I don't know what happened. I don't know. Crazy." And then these suckers run into "We got to protect this woman who killed this guy. But I know he must have deserved it." Like, people subconsciously go there. And the reason why, I use a thumbnail with Ike, not Ike, but Lawrence Fishburne playing Ike Turner, is because when you think of domestic abuse, you think of a guy. And when you listen to the stories from people who was around Ike and Tina, they say, no. They were both going at it. It wasn't just Ike was just, they were getting to it because Ike could do things and they'll cause a fight, and Tina does things that cause a fight. But people only see it one way, so society only sees it one way. So the interesting thing about it is now what you're seeing is, with so many of these stories, and technology is a mug. I said a long time ago, technology was going to expose America to what to itself. Now you're seeing all these women with these, crimes, and you're trying to figure out how did this happen? Guys walking away from a woman, his wife, and she stabs him in the back. Guys walking away from a woman, a guy's like in another room, she gets a gun and comes into the room and shoots the guy. But all these things, guy tells the child to calls the police. A guy calls the police because his wife is abusing him because he's an older guy and she's a younger woman. And the operator's like, got an attitude with him, So now we're at that point where the stories keep coming out over and over and over and over. Now, when it's a guy doing something to a woman, it's like, "Oh my God, da 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 da." But what you're seeing is the frequency of women killing men is about 50-50. And sometimes in some places it's more, So now it used to be, well, what did he do? Or what did he say? Or how did he set you off? Or, he must have cheated. And then now, see, with ladies getting caught so often cheating, you scale that one back. And the reason why I say the pandemic, because the pandemic brought people in close proximity all the time. So now you're seeing who's the instigator of all of these things. Like, who's starting these arguments. And then using social media as a reference, you get on social media, you see the types of, who's looking for problems most of the time on social media is normally angry women, nitpicking something, looking for an argument, cussing somebody out that nobody even knows who you're talking to. You know, guys do that, and it's the young pull up gang, and then when somebody pull up and shoot at them, then they become victims. And ladies do that just with men and women. So now you're seeing, okay, these are the type of relationships people have been having during the pandemic. And, you know, you got people who can't be by themselves, and they realizing that they're a problem to themselves. But then what's worse is you got people in relationships who they're taking all their life frustrations out on the person that they're in a relationship with. So people seem to forget that, and this is why it's an uptick in this domestic violence, because you're seeing this person, and you used to be away from them. You used to go to work. You used to go party. You used to be with your friends. You used to, be on the phone. But now you got to you had to sit with this person for more time than you thought. You never got a chance to miss them. And because of that, you're ready to go off. But on top of that, truth be told, you never liked them. So they're just there as your in your mind as your doormat or your punching bag. So you punching all day, you stepping on them all day, and then when they say enough is enough, then that's the problem. It's kind of like being around white people. Like, white people are so accustomed to people to trying to bully people that when they bully the wrong person and that person responds, then they take offense to somebody standing up to their bullying or kicking they behind, and then we got to take it to extremes because I'm gonna go back to bullying you. And it's like, I don't even know you. I don't even know why you thought this was a good idea. So this pandemic, domestic violence is just rising and rising and rising, and now with more people going to stay home and work, and the laziness and the arguments that are going to occur from that, because now you're going to have people working from home who still ain't taking care of home. And it's like, what have you been doing all day? And they haven't been working while they're working from home, and they haven't been working in the house. And it's just going to be argument after argument after argument. I can see it now. And it gets worse and worse and worse. And then you bring the political views in there and the religious views and all of this, that, the third. It's just a big mess. But that's my thoughts on this. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.